All right, welcome back to my Spotlight on series, the series where I bring in local actors from the community and talk to them about the shows that they have coming on. Today we have a very special guest, the one, the only.
My name is Jennifer Reiley, and I am I've been an actor in Bryan College Station since 2017.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm so happy to have you on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, about your show coming up at StageCenter. So tell me a bit more about it.
Yeah, this is actually my directorial debut. The show is All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. I know, a mouthful. We've just shortened it to kindergarten for the most part. But yeah, it is a series of short stories and vignettes that are based on a series of books, all based in true life or narrative retellings of stories. And so we've got a cast of 7, and they tell these stories in a way that covers like the whole experience of being human, from grief to joy, from marriages to funerals. So.
Yeah, for sure. And why did you pick this show in particular to direct?
So for this one, it was very personal. This was actually the first show that I did in middle school as an actor. And so it was 6th grade. And the teacher at that time, she basically helped me find my love of theater. And so when it came to picking my first show to direct, this was actually a very easy decision to make.
Gotcha. So to hear you did this show in middle school, what audience typically would you recommend for this production?
I think thankfully it is a very family-friendly show. The whole point of it is to talk about how the things you learn as a kid stick with you as you grow up. And so I wouldn't want to limit that to just an audience that is only for adults. I will say that there, I think, are a couple of curse words, but nothing too crazy. No F-bombs or anything like that.
We're not rated R out here, like PG-13. Maybe.
And maybe even like PG-12, depending on.
PG-12, that's
we'll
a new
take
one.
it down a year. I mean, it's just there's kids hear so much more than they used to, which makes me sound old by saying that, but at the same time, it's true.
I understand that. Growing up in the era of internet, it feels like I saw some things that I shouldn't have growing up.
Exactly.
But it was just so accessible. It was so there.
And so no, it's definitely open to the whole family. I know actually that one of our actors is bringing his 5-year-old son to see it, I believe tomorrow, for opening night. And then another one is coming on Friday. So.
And if that 5-year-old likes the show, because they are some of the harshest critics I have known.
Absolutely. If I could get him to laugh once, I'm done.
It. We're good.
Yeah, mic drop. I'm done. I can leave.
Yeah, for sure. And what should people know before they go? How to find tickets. I understand this is a fundraiser specific show as well.
Yes. So with this, it's a fundraiser. All of the funding, as usual, for a lot of our shows goes towards StageCenter. However, there's a lot more money that also goes towards marketing, that goes towards the budget for the director to be able to use. And so for our fundraiser show, a lot of that's been cut down. So that way we have more money going back into the operational budget of the theater. And so, you can get your tickets at stagecenter.net. We open on this Thursday, April 24th. And the kicker with this one is, since it's a fundraiser show, it's only running for one weekend. And so you have to get your tickets to come see it by April 27th. So we'll have 3 evening shows, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, starting at 7:30. And then our Sunday matinee starts at 2.
Yeah, for sure. And it's really exciting to have your directorial debut. So what do you feel like you've learned from this experience?
I have learned definitely how to delegate a little bit more. I've not had as much experience in leadership roles in regular life outside. And so this was kind of a good trial run. Learned that I love making props lists, but I don't really like shopping for them. So that's
so fair, yeah.
really good to learn. I think that I definitely found joy in being able to help actors find themselves in the characters. And that's something that I've always enjoyed as an actor. And so being able to actually translate that into a directorial mode was really nice. And just getting feedback from the actors that, things were going well and that they were enjoying it just was really gratifying, because it is a little scary, I think, saying, I've been an actor for most of my life, I can be a director. And then those are totally different skill sets. And
for sure.
For it to actually have gone well is very exciting.
And we'll take that. Yes. I understand you also have a lot of new people to acting in the show alongside StageCenter regulars.
It's super exciting. It's a very interesting mix. We've got, I think, 3 that would be considered longtime regulars. One who has been at StageCenter. You may recognize her, but she's mainly been behind the scenes. And then we have a guy who has not been in any plays since high school, which was about 10 years ago for him.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And yeah, so it was very exciting to have, like, and then again, we have open auditions. And so having all these different people show up was kind of the dream. And they've come together so well, and they're all very supportive of each other. And I'm very excited to already see what they do next at the theater, and what other projects they get involved with.
Yeah, definitely. And would you be interested in directing again in the future?
I think so. I really enjoyed it. I think that this was a great opportunity to get started with a fundraiser show, because it was a little less time commitment. But it also was good to experience a fundraiser show, because we didn't always have the stage the whole time for rehearsals. So we've been rehearsing out of my assistant director's living room. She's been very kind to share her house with us. But yeah, I think so. I'm taking a year off for... I don't know.
Life just period.
Life in general.
So
yeah.
fair.
And so, and I'm moving. And so we're trying to like get everything, things will look different in the next year, but I think, yeah, I would definitely like to direct again in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you once again for coming on today. Anything else you want to add?
Just that I basically can promise that if you are a human, you will relate to something in this show. It is a very universal experience to be human, thankfully. And
everyone was in kindergarten once at some point.
Yes. So come on out and enjoy the show. It's very family friendly, very welcoming. And then, on Saturday night, which is the 26th, we have our meet and greet afterwards. Right. So if you're interested in talking to the actors and crew and learning more about their process, you can join us at Lone Star Meadery after the show, and we'll do a Q&A session.
I love the Lone Star Meadery. Last time I was there, I got an amaretto mead. Would
Marvelous.
absolutely recommend it.
Honestly, I never really drank mead. I tried it at the Renaissance Festival and I never really liked it. Came to Lone Star Meadery and I was like, oh, I do like this.
The really sweet stuff is good. I made it into an amaretto mead cake, bundt cake, and it was also really good. It's gone now because Easter happened and it got devoured.
Oh,
but
how excellent.
Yeah, we'll absolutely talk about mead at some point in the future.
Absolutely. That's a different podcast.
Yes, for sure. Welcome to my mead podcast. And thank you once again for coming on today. Stay tuned for more Spotlight On.